What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moneyline Media. This is a very special episode. We're going to be doing a Brooklyn Tide Softball Hall of Fame announcement. We're going to be joined by Paul Stingo right now. Paul, how's it going, buddy?
All right. Same old. Same as 30 minutes ago.
Exactly. We've gone through 2 clothing changes.
Yep. I'm actually, so the reason why I put this on is this is our softball hoodie when we won the championship at the Dust Bowl in Brooklyn.
Nice.
So this is this is actually the only Tides championship in their history, softball or baseball. So it's a very, I don't wear it often because it's gotten a little bit old and stretched, but I pull it out from time to time and it's pretty cool.
This was the perfect announcement too to, pull it out for.
Yeah. This is it. I mean, yeah.
All right, so before we get started on the Hall of Fame announcement, can you give us a little bit more of the history of the Tide softball?
Yeah, so we began in 2012. I don't know. I guess the whole idea was spearheaded by myself, Alan Walpin, and Jerry. We wanted to get a softball team together, and at that point, we were done playing baseball. We thought that our baseball careers were over. We're getting a little older now. We were, 21, 22. So we thought, all right, when you get to that age, you're either playing professional baseball or nothing. So all right, let's make a softball team. So we played at the Dust Bowl in, Dyker Heights. It's close to where you used to be, Deirdre, right?
Yep.
And in our second year, it was in the fall. We had a good, pretty good group of guys. Honestly, it wasn't even the best Tide softball team we ever had, but, things fell our way. We won a championship. We had 2 guys who were actually part of the voting process who actually didn't get in. And very surprisingly, Joe Fish and Steve Rivera, a.k.a. Wormy, were just, lights out pitching for us. I mean, as good as a softball pitcher could be in a league like that. They carried us to the championship. Joe Fish got the playoff MVP. We continued to play softball for the next few years. And then once we pretty much went to Mid-Island, we kind of were like, listen, we have to focus on baseball. It's becoming too much. The style of pitching was throwing us off completely because you're seeing 30 miles per hour underhand and then 80 overhand in the same day, so we were like, we can't do this anymore. There's been a lot of talks over the past few years to reunite the Tide softball team. And I think one day we'll do it, but I just don't see it happening probably within the next few years. I don't think,
Awesome.
I don't think it's going to happen. So, but, one day we'll be back,
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful thing.
So with that being said, I think it's time you make some of your Hall of Fame announcements. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So we had our original class in the Tides Hall of Fame. That is the General Hall of Fame, baseball / softball. My grandfather, Paul Stingo, and Christian Santo, who recently passed away. So this year, this is our first year of voting. We will be adding, out of the 35 people on the ballot, 12 players will be going into the Hall of Fame, exceeding the 75% threshold needed to get in. Those people are outfielder Chris Steele with a 93.7%. He had the highest of anybody.
Wow.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, I think I told him that he did get the highest. He's very excited about it. Chris Steele is a Tide lifer. He will still come to our games. He supports us. He's a great guy. I've known him went to Zavarian with us. Great outfielder, great defensive outfielder, good hitter. But anyway, congratulations to him. Second highest vote total. Another one of my best friends, for 20 some odd years now. Michael Dillon, third baseman. He received 93.3% of the vote.
Wow.
Awesome.
In third highest is actually my father, Paul Stingo.
Oh.
Paul Stingo Sr. So now we have the trio in the Hall of Fame. We have my grandfather, my dad, and myself. So that's cool. He had 90.9%.
Nice.
In fourth, 0.2% lower was myself. My dad got higher than I.
Oh, your dad beat you.
My dad beat me. I can't believe it. But listen, my dad, I told my dad, not to like say that he wasn't a great softball player, because listen, my dad just hit, I think 61 years old. Good for his age, but I think that a lot of his votes were boosted because of myself and my grandfather. He knew we were. Yeah. I told he knew. He actually didn't even think he was going to get in. So, I think we did do a little, we probably raised him about 10% of the vote, I would say, if I had to put a number on it. But, listen, well deserved, and he's my father, so he did something,
Good. Yep.
Yeah, something good. So then in fifth place, fifth highest, getting in is Alan Walpin at 90.6%. Now, Alan was one of the founders of the Tides organization in general.
Yep.
He founded the Tides baseball and softball team. So Alan's pretty much, the pioneer. He's the Christopher Columbus of the Tides, Alan. So congratulations to him.
Awesome.
Yeah. We got after that, we have an 86.1% Michael Armento, who is a very vocal person still to this day, even though he hasn't played for about 6 years. He's constantly, texting me about, he's been asking me to do this Hall of Fame voting for probably almost a year now. Left-handed hitter, great outfielder, felt like he was always on base, running around the bases very fast, and congrats to him. Finally on a light note, at 84.2%, we have Robbie McGuire. This might be the first.
That's our guy.
Yeah, one of the first nice things that's happened to him on this show. Or been
I know. No. People said he was a good hitter.
Yeah. Some people said he was a good hitter. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
He did make me blush too.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, congrats to Robbie. Another one of my friends, as we spoke about the first time I came on, probably 25 years now. We're looking at 24, 25 years. One of my best friends, as much as I want to kill him sometimes, he's one of my best friends. So next is Darryl Valdez, who is cousins with Alan, first cousins with Alan.
Okay.
He was a shortstop. And at the time of him being on the team, he was actually one of the older guys on the team. I think he was, I don't want to put an age on him, but I think at the time he was in his upper 30s.
Okay.
And he was still moving. And usually, shortstop's a very mobile position. He
Yes.
was moving as fast as anybody on our infield. So he had the shortstop, and at 84%, we had Darryl, and the next one is the brother of Alan Walpin, Mike Walpin.
Awesome.
Who at 80.9, yeah. He was our catcher primarily. Mike was he was a team player, for a lack of a better term, good player. He caught, and softball catching's not a desired position. So he was, he never complained. He went back there, he did a great job, and he definitely deserves the Hall of Fame nod. At next is Mike Stitch, who was a pitcher for us. It was post our championship year, but he's still, you go down to Shore Road in the summer, and he's pitching for Poorhouse Bar in that Bay Ridge Bar League. He's still shutting people out, and it seems that he's getting better with age. So congratulations to him. And he actually just followed our Instagram a few days ago. I didn't have his Instagram, and I didn't tag him, obviously. And he must have caught wind of this Hall of Fame voting, because it's coincidental that he followed us a few days ago.
Yeah.
I guess he'll see this video when it comes out, and I don't even think he knows he got in. So then next, at 78.8% of the vote, we have Steve Konikoff, who is actually Alan Walpin's first cousin. So that family did a lot better than the Stingo family in the Hall of Fame, because they got Alan, they got Alan's brother, Alan's two cousins. So there's four of them in the immediate family, and they're all, within first cousin.
You guys didn't make enough Stingos. That's the problem.
Well, I'm actually going to talk about my cousin in a little while, but he's someone else that I thought was going to get in. But anyway, Steve got 78.8% of the vote. Steve is known for having the most pop-ups in Tides history. He was at one point we used to call him like outfield practice, because he would just come up, pop up. But no, listen, Steve was a great player, and very vital to making the Tides softball organization and even the baseball organization. He was one of those guys, was at every game, very loyal team player for the most part. He would have his fits once in a while, but well deserved to him. And last but not least, Michael Calabrese, who was a friend of Alan Walpin's growing up. Very good infielder for us. I played baseball against him growing up as well. I don't think I really realized who he was until he came to the Tides.
Right.
But another great ball player. And then that's the 12 people that will be going into the Hall of Fame in 2021. This voting process will be going on for the next 5 years, and then after that, I don't know, we might be setting up some sort of veterans committee or something like that, like the MLB.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Players
we got 12.
Association.
Yeah, the players, say something like that. So we got 12 out of the 35 going in the first ballot. And
That's great.
listen, it was a success. And I actually was jotting down the vote totals before, and we received 1,179
Wow.
cumulative votes for all of these people.
That's incredible.
Which is it sounds like a lot. I think it is, and I think it is a lot. And that just goes to show, I want to thank all the people who voted, all the people who shared their own candidacy on their Instagram. I want to thank you guys, because you guys are always, supporting me, myself, Jerry, people that always sharing our Instagram page. So, not only for the Hall of Fame voting, but just, we've come a long way in softball and baseball and whatever. Our Instagram following count has grown. Our interactions have grown, and I can't be, thankful enough to all the people who have done a part in making the Tides, what we are today. So thank you to everybody. And yeah, that's our 2021 class.
Awesome.
And very excited about it.
Beautiful thing. So in your opinion, who is your biggest surprise that got into the Hall of Fame?
My biggest surprise, and he got the lowest vote total out of everybody that got in, is Mike Calabrese. And I'm not saying it because he's not a good player. Mm-hmm. I just think that he didn't really have the following on our Instagram account to gather that many votes. Gotcha. You understand? Okay. So I was kind of surprised by the vote total. Like, mm-hmm. I don't think that talent-wise he wasn't good enough to get it, or what he meant to the Tides organization. I was just surprised by vote total and percentage of votes. Awesome. So he's somebody, again, I think that my dad's, trended at a very high percentage. Listen, God bless him. He's my father. I love him. He did great for himself. But, he trended a little high. Maybe Robbie got a little bit low for what, I guess people, listen, current players on the Tides, I see who votes. I mean, current players on the Tides.
You think they were doing it to mess with him?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I see who, like I said, I see who votes. I mean, most of his no votes were current Tide players. So, that's pretty much it. I mean, listen, if it was up to me, I would put everybody in the Hall of Fame, because that's just how I, feel about my teammates. I think everybody is at the same standard. But listen, surprisingly, I thought that this 75% threshold would be hard, easy. It was very hard. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be, to be honest. So
you're talking about the threshold. Who is someone that you're surprised didn't get in?
Well, I mean, the most obvious one is Jerry. I mean,
yeah.
And then
that broke my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought I maybe didn't hear it.
Yeah. The funny story about Jerry's candidacy is that he was at 75% of the vote with about 30 minutes to go, and one person voted no, and that was it. He missed by one vote.
Wow.
So I mean, listen, Jerry obviously deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I think next year he'll be in there. He's the most obvious one. And then, you got to look a little bit lower down the list. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, we got about 6 or 7 guys trending over 70%.
Okay.
So, maybe a few of them could have gotten in and missed by a vote or two. My cousin Joe, which is what I was referring to earlier, he's also my grandfather's grandson. And I thought that, being part of the Stingo family, even though it's not his last name, maybe, he would get the notoriety to get in. He got 72.4%. So again, I think he's on a good trajectory. He didn't really have the longevity with the Tide softball team, but I think he'll get called one day. Also, Wormy, Steve Rivera, pitcher for our team back in the early days of Tide's history. He was really a horse on the mound. he got 58% of the vote square. And I thought that Wormy was, if not the highest vote total, he was going to be in the top 5. And I was just very taken back. I don't know what really caused that. And it's funny because I was kind of comparing him to Kurt Schilling in the fact that, like, he's one of those people that's like very like opinionated on social media. So maybe people, not really politically, but he's not politically correct. Let's put it that way. It has nothing to do with actual politics.
Right.
Gotcha.
He posts a little bit, sometimes some, racy stuff. Okay.
Gotcha. Controversial.
So I think that might have hurt his candidacy. So I call him the Kurt Schilling of our balloting. So, but yeah, other than that, like I said, I mean, those were the snubs. Now, I don't think that anybody is really that far off, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So, Paul, congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction for the Tides. We ourselves do a guest Hall of Fame induction for the Moneyline Media crew, and it's currently one member, AJ Allen, linebacker on the Saskatchewan Roughriders, but now it's becoming 2, as Paul Stingo has officially joined the Moneyline Media Guest Hall of Fame.
Thank you, guys. Wow, that was a surprise.
We've been planning it for a while, and it seems like the right time. We really appreciate you giving us the platform to be the Tides media outlet, and we appreciate everything you do, Paul.
Thank you. I appreciate it, too. And you guys have been great. Everybody who you guys have worked with on the team have really appreciated the work you guys do. And we're just, I'm very happy that this partnership became a thing, and I'm hoping that us working together, boost us and you guys to a different level as far as notoriety and, it's a great experience that we've embarked on. So I'm happy where we are, and I hope we keep it going in the right direction.
Yes.
Sweet. So next year we need a Ford Frick Award.
Okay.
Hall of Fame voting, and it's got to be me versus Deirdre. And if I lose, we'll be really disappointed.
Yeah. He's up there. He's got to be up, the highest one.
Yeah.
Yeah. If James, he'd be a snub then.
Oh yeah.
He'd be a snub.
Yep. That's true.
They're
That's
voting
true.
based off good football picks.
It's not you. It's not you.
Yeah.
But Paul, congratulations to everyone on the Hall of Fame, in the Tides Hall of Fame. Again, Paul, congratulations to you on your Moneyline Media Hall of Fame. That comes with a T-shirt, which will be coming to you soon. And thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon.
Yes.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right. That ends this special edition of Moneyline Media with the Brooklyn Tides. It's not a hot stove report, so we're not calling it the hot stove.
Yep. Couple Hall of Famers.
Next year I got it wrapped up.
I know you do. And again, I think James and I both want to thank the Tides tremendously for everything that they've done for us. They are an amazing organization. Paul Stingo and Jerry Ryan, we want to especially call out, as they are the heads, and they really don't get the credit they deserve with all the work that they put in. So we thank them, and congratulations, Paul, on being the second member of the Moneyline Media Hall of Fame.
Yes. Number 2.
The
wall is building.
The wall is building. James, I don't think you're ever going to get up on that wall, but that's okay.
I don't think I am either, because I would never elect.
Yeah, same. All right, guys, that was Brooklyn Tides Hall of Fame announcement. Check us out. We're going to have mock drafts coming up. Our picks are coming out. Our picks are already out. And then our Brooklyn Tides Hot Stove is also out, because it will be out before this. So check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Instagram, and I think I got it all. James?
Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated.